Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is enjoying their day. Please subscribe and like the video before continuing. Y&R spoilers Tuesday, August 26th, special guest appearing, filling in the blanks, secrets exposed. The Young and the Restless spoilers for Tuesday, August 26th imply some revelations on the horizon. It sounds like another character-centric episode, as someone fills in the blanks about their years away from Genoa City, plus there will be a special guest appearance. Find out what's set to go down during Tuesday's show, below. What is this? Kane Ashby's story time, special guest. The Young and the Restless spoilers for Tuesday, August 26th hint that Kane Ashby, Billy Flynn, will fill someone in, likely Lily Winters, Crystal Khalil, about his time away from Genoa City. From the sounds of it, it'll be a Kane-centric show, as fans will learn more about what triggered Kane into becoming the mysterious Aristotle Dumas. The CBS soap also just announced that Tristan Rogers will be making a special guest appearance on the show, reprising his Colin Atkinson role. The scenes were filmed before the late actor's appearance. Make sure to check out our weekly Y&R spoilers, here. Kane's timeline. There's been a ton of question marks by both fans, Lily, and the rest of the gang in GC regarding Kane and what he did while he was away from town. Kane has talked very little about how he amassed his billion-dollar empire, and why he remained anonymous, although Y&R viewers do know he reconciled with his father, Colin Atkinson, Tristan Rogers, before his dad passed away. Kane left GC in 2019, and returned in the summer of 2025, so can he run through 6 years of his life in an hour episode? It'll be interesting to see what he says. Massive bombshells. The Young and the Restless spoilers for Tuesday imply that fans should expect Kane to drop a massive bombshell. It's no coincidence that Kane will talk about his time away from Genoa City off the cusp of Victor Newman's, Eric Braeden, blackmail plot. What is this? During the Monday, August 25th show, Victor presented proof that Colin scammed a rich, older woman, the one who originally owned Kane's chateau in France, under an alias, and inherited her fortune after she passed away. Read this. Tristan Rogers set to appear on The Young and the Restless, scenes shot before passing. Kane claimed to be shocked by the information, but it's hard to tell if he's being honest. Will Kane go into greater detail about the woman, the chateau, and his father? Fans will have to tune in to find out. What are you most excited about seeing during Tuesday's show? Comment below. Watch your favorite CBS soap daily and check out SOS often for the best Young and the Restless spoilers, news, and updates. Movie camera Kane Ashby's storytime returns, but you won't believe which Y&R star joins him as a special guest. Fans of The Young and the Restless who thought they had seen the last of Kane Ashby's charming presence on their screens were in for a jaw-dropping surprise when news broke that Kane's beloved Storytime segment was making a much-anticipated comeback. While Kane has been absent from Genoa City for quite some time, leaving many viewers yearning for closure on his relationships and unfinished storylines, this latest update promises something far more exciting than just a quiet return. Storytime, a playful and emotional segment that once captured hearts, is set to return with a special guest who will change everything fans thought they knew about the current Y&R landscape. But the burning question that has fans buzzing across social media is, who is this mysterious Y&R star stepping into the spotlight alongside Kane? The revival of Kane Ashby's storytime could not have come at a better time. With the Newman family at war, the Abbotts in turmoil, and Genoa City filled with tension and secrets, the reappearance of a fan-favorite character promises to bring levity, nostalgia, and even a spark of drama. Kane, played by Daniel Goddard, always had a knack for connecting with audiences both in the soap and in his personal appearances. His ability to balance charm, sincerity, and a touch of humor made storytime feel like more than a storyline. It became a cherished moment that fans wanted to be a part of. Now, with a surprise guest joining him, speculation is running wild about whether this is simply a fun callback or the start of a bigger return arc that could shake up everything in Genoa City. Whispers online suggest that the special guest could be none other than Lily Winters, Kane's former flame and longtime love interest whose relationship with him defined much of his character's journey. Their rollercoaster romance, filled with love, betrayal, forgiveness, and heartbreak, remains one of the most iconic pairings in Y&R history. If Lily is indeed stepping into story time, fans could be treated to the kind of emotional reunion that has long been overdue. Imagine Kane and Lily revisiting old memories, reading stories together as they once did for their twins, and reflecting on where life has taken them. Such a reunion could reignite sparks between them and leave fans wondering if Genoa City will once again see them as a couple. But Lily isn't the only name being tossed around. Others believe that the special guest could be Amanda Sinclair, whose connection to Lily and Kane adds a complex twist to the story. Amanda's presence would stir up buried tensions, especially since her ties to Hillary and her time in Genoa City still weigh heavily on the characters who knew her. If Amanda is the guest, Storytime could transform from a nostalgic feel-good segment into a dramatic platform where old wounds are reopened and secrets come spilling out. Kane's unique perspective combined with Amanda's sharp, no-nonsense attitude would make for fascinating viewing, reminding fans that the past always has a way of resurfacing in Genoa City. Then there's the even more surprising theory: what if the special guest is someone tied to Kane's more complicated side of the story? Perhaps a reappearance from Jill Abbott, his mother-in-law who never shied away from stirring up drama, or even a return from Colin Atkinson, his scheming father whose lies and cons left Kane battling to rebuild his life and reputation. A Storytime featuring Jill would highlight family tensions and maternal wisdom, while Colin's involvement would be guaranteed chaos, making viewers wonder if Kane has truly broken free from his father's shadow. No matter who the guest turns out to be, the very idea of Kane's Storytime returning signals something bigger. Soap operas rarely reintroduce a segment or tradition without weaving it into a larger narrative. This could mark the beginning of Kane Ashby's full-fledged return to the young and the restless, with Storytime serving as the bridge between the past and the present. Daniel Goddard's loyal fanbase has been vocal for years about wanting him back on their screens, and this revival might be the writer's way of testing the waters before plunging Kane back into the thick of Genoa City drama. What makes this moment even more thrilling is the way it taps into nostalgia while also dangling the possibility of fresh beginnings. Longtime fans who followed Kane and Lily's journey from the start remember the emotional beats, the heartbreak when their marriage crumbled, the hope when they reconciled, the challenges of raising their twins, and the betrayal that nearly tore them apart for good. Storytime was often tied to these family-centered moments, creating an emotional anchor in the middle of Genoa City chaos. Bringing it back with a special guest doesn't just give fans something to celebrate, it reignites conversations about love, forgiveness, and family in the unpredictable world of Y&R. Social media has already exploded with theories and wish lists. Hashtags like #KaneReturns, #StorytimeYRR, and #Lily and Kane are trending among fan groups. Some fans are begging for the guest to be Lily, craving the reunion that would heal old wounds. Others are hoping for Amanda, excited to see sparks fly between Kane and a character who could challenge him in unexpected ways. A more adventurous group of fans is even hoping that the special guest could be a surprise crossover, with someone from The Bold and the Beautiful making an appearance, reminding everyone of Kane's deep ties to the broader soap universe. What cannot be denied is the buzz this revival has created. Kane Ashby's absence left a noticeable gap in the young and the restless, and his fans never truly accepted his departure as final. By bringing back Storytime and teasing a shocking special guest, the show has reignited passion and anticipation, proving once again that the soap thrives on the unexpected. The beauty of this twist is that it doesn't just play to nostalgia, it opens the door to entirely new storylines. If the guest is Lily, perhaps this leads to a reconciliation. If it's Amanda, maybe Kane finds himself caught in a brand new love triangle. If it's Jill or Colin, family drama could explode in ways no one saw coming. For Kane himself, this is an opportunity to reclaim his voice and his place in Genoa City. He was always a man torn between doing what was right and being pulled into messy situations beyond his control. Storytime symbolizes not just a fun gimmick but also his attempt to hold on to goodness, hope, and connection in a world that often dragged him into chaos. Sharing that spotlight with a guest adds layers to his return, showing that he is no longer just a supporting player but someone whose presence can drive major storylines. In the end, the question isn't just about who the guest is, it's about what this means for the future of the young and the restless. Soap operas live and breathe by their ability to surprise, to bring back the past in ways that feel fresh, and to weave emotional payoffs into new beginnings. Kane Ashby's Storytime revival delivers on all counts. Whether it's Lily, Amanda, Jill, or another shocking face from the past, the fact remains that fans are already hooked. The promise of a special guest has them tuning in, talking, and speculating, which is exactly what a great soap needs. As the anticipation builds, one thing is certain, this is not just a quiet moment for Kane. This is the start of something much bigger, a wave of nostalgia and drama ready to crash into Genoa City. And when that special guest finally takes their place beside him, it won't just be storytime, it will be history in the making for the young and the restless. Astonished Face Shock Reunion. Kane Ashby brings back a fan favorite for storytime that has Genoa City talking. The Young and the Restless has never been shy about surprising its audience with unexpected twists, emotional reunions, and shocking returns, but few things have set the soap opera community ablaze quite like the latest news surrounding Kane Ashby. Fans who have long missed Kane's presence in Genoa City were thrilled to learn that his beloved Storytime was making its way back to the spotlight, but what no one could have predicted was the announcement that a major fan favorite character would be joining him. This unexpected reunion has not only stirred up feelings of nostalgia but also sparked endless speculation about what this means for the future of Genoa City, for Kane himself, and for the larger web of relationships that always seem to entangle its residents. For fans, this is more than just a small comeback, it's a seismic shift that has the potential to alter storylines, reignite old romances, and shake the foundations of Y&R drama. Kane Ashby, portrayed by Daniel Goddard, has long been a fan favorite himself. From his humble beginnings as a charming newcomer to his emotional roller coaster of a journey involving love, lies, betrayal, and redemption, Kane was never a character who blended into the background. He left an impression, especially through his relationship with Lily Winters, one of Y&R's most iconic pairings. Together they created moments of deep connection, heartbreak, and resilience that fans continue to remember years after his exit. So when whispers began circulating that Kane would return with a Storytime special edition, curiosity reached a fever pitch. But when it was teased that a beloved character would join him, the entire soap world went into overdrive. The biggest question hanging in the air is, of course, who this special guest could be. The most obvious and perhaps the most emotionally rewarding answer would be Lily Winters. Kane and Lily's relationship remains one of the most beloved in Y&R history, and their reunion, even if just for Storytime, would be a moment fans would not only celebrate but treasure as a symbol of what made the soap so unforgettable during their era. Their story was full of highs and lows, from their passionate beginnings to the devastating betrayals that nearly destroyed them, to their attempts at reconciliation and co-parenting. A Storytime reunion between them could allow fans to relive those moments in a heartfelt and nostalgic way while also opening the door to new possibilities. Could this lead to a rekindling of their romance? Or would it serve as a bittersweet reminder of what they once had and ultimately lost? Yet Lily isn't the only possible fan favorite that Kane might be reuniting with. Another intriguing possibility is Amanda Sinclair, who stepped into Genoa City as a fresh face but carried with her the weight of Hillary's legacy and her own complicated past. Amanda's relationship with Lily has been layered, filled with misunderstandings and eventual respect, and her presence in Kane's orbit would make for compelling storytelling. If Amanda is indeed the special guest, then fans might see a storyline that intertwines Kane's history with the Winters family in new and unexpected ways, stirring up emotions and reigniting long-standing tensions. Amanda's sharp wit and Kane's charm could make Storytime feel less like a gentle reunion and more like a lively, dramatic face-off filled with unresolved feelings. Of course, Y&R is known for pulling surprises that no one sees coming, and the fan-favorite guest might not be someone tied directly to Kane's romantic past. There's also speculation that Jill Abbott, Kane's former mother-in-law and one of the most influential matriarchs in Genoa City, could be the one joining him. Jill has always been a force of nature, equal parts nurturing, commanding, and dramatic, and her connection to Kane has always been complicated. If Jill is the special guest, Storytime could transform into a moment of generational reflection, tying Kane's journey to the larger legacy of the Abbotts while also reminding fans of the turbulent family ties that often defined his life. Even more dramatic is the possibility of Colin Atkinson, Kane's scheming father, making a shocking return as the guest. While Colin is more of an anti-hero than a fan favorite in the traditional sense, his role in Kane's life cannot be understated. His constant manipulation, lies, and criminal schemes nearly destroyed Kane multiple times, yet fans remain fascinated by their dynamic. If Colin were to appear during Storytime, it would inject instant drama into the segment and leave fans wondering whether this reunion was heartfelt or just another con. Kane's struggle to define himself outside of his father's shadow has been a long-standing theme, and a reunion with Colin would reignite that tension while providing fertile ground for future storylines. But no matter who the guest is, one thing is clear, this reunion is more than just a gimmick. It feels like a carefully planned move by Y&R writers to test the waters for Kane's full reintegration into the canvas. For years, fans have clamored for Daniel Goddard's return, and while many speculated it might never happen, the revival of Storytime suggests otherwise. Soap operas thrive on nostalgia, but they also rely on their ability to evolve characters and weave the past into the present. By pairing Kane with a beloved fan favorite, Y&R is sending a clear message: Kane Ashby is not done yet. Social media is buzzing with excitement as hashtags like #KaneReturns, #WYRShockReunion, and #StoryTimeWithKane dominate fan discussions. Twitter threads are filled with speculation, TikToks capture emotional fan reactions to the news, and Facebook groups dedicated to Y&R are overflowing with debates about who the guest could be and what it might mean. Many longtime viewers have expressed that this is exactly the kind of shake-up the show needed, something that combines nostalgia with forward momentum. Fans who grew up watching Kane and Lily's love story are hopeful for closure or even a fresh start, while others are eager to see Amanda, Jill, or even Colin step into the spotlight. This moment also highlights what makes soap operas so enduring. They aren't just stories on a screen, they're emotional investments, decades-long relationships between characters and fans. When a beloved character like Kane reemerges with a fan-favorite guest, it taps into that deep connection and reminds audiences why they keep coming back day after day. Storytime may sound like a small, light-hearted segment, but its revival symbolizes so much more. It's a bridge between eras, a chance to honor the past while setting up future drama. As we look ahead, the implications of this reunion are massive. If Lily is the guest, then the show might be setting up a slow-burn reconciliation storyline, potentially pulling her away from her current entanglements. If Amanda is the guest, then viewers may see Kane drawn into legal or emotional battles that challenge his sense of loyalty and family. If Jill steps in, then the Abbott legacy could become entangled with Kane's journey once more, creating business and personal drama alike. And if Colin makes a shocking return, then all bets are off, because chaos would surely follow in his wake. For now, all we can do is wait with bated breath for the big reveal. But one thing is certain, Genoa City will never be the same once Kane Ashby steps back into the fold with his mystery guest. This shock reunion is already the talk of the town, and whether it delivers heartfelt nostalgia, explosive drama, or a combination of both, fans are guaranteed to witness a moment they won't soon forget. Kane's Storytime isn't just about storytelling, it's about reclaiming his story, reigniting fan passion, and reminding everyone that in the world of Y&R, the past always finds a way to come roaring back. Fire unexpected twist, Kane Ashby's Storytime special guest leaves Y&R fans begging for more. The Young and the Restless has always had a way of surprising its loyal audience with moments that blend nostalgia, drama, and pure emotional payoff, But few storylines have ignited quite the level of excitement currently buzzing around Genoa City as the return of Kane Ashby's beloved storytime. What started years ago as a heartfelt, family-centered moment that showcased Kane's softer side has now been revived with a shocking twist that no one saw coming. Not only is Storytime back, but this time, a special guest has joined Kane in the spotlight, leaving fans stunned, thrilled, and desperate for more. The identity of this guest has sent shockwaves through the soap community, sparking theories, speculation, and endless chatter about what this could mean for Kane's future and the unfolding drama on Y&R. It's more than just a reunion, it's a storytelling event that could shift the trajectory of multiple characters and reignite fan passion in ways the show hasn't seen in years. Kane Ashby, played by Daniel Goddard, has been sorely missed since his departure from Genoa City. His journey on The Young and the Restless was marked by highs and lows, from his whirlwind romance with Lily Winters to his ongoing struggles with family betrayals and his determination to carve out his own path despite the shadow of his scheming father, Colin Atkinson. Fans always loved Kane's balance of vulnerability and strength, his devotion to family, and his ability to inject warmth into even the most dramatic storylines. Storytime, a recurring element during his earlier years, became a symbol of that softer side, showcasing Kane as a father, a partner, and a man trying to create moments of normalcy amid chaos. So when word spread that Storytime was making a comeback, fans immediately perked up. But the addition of a special guest has transformed excitement into frenzy. The unexpected twist came when the episode aired, and the guest stepping into Storytime wasn't just a random choice. It was a carefully selected fan favorite whose presence made the moment unforgettable. Social media lit up with reactions, with many fans calling it one of the most satisfying surprises Y&R has delivered in recent years. The chemistry between Kane and the special guest was undeniable, sparking nostalgia for longtime viewers and curiosity for newer fans. It wasn't just about the reunion itself, but about the possibilities it unlocked for the future. Who exactly was this guest, and what does their return alongside Kane mean for the fabric of Genoa City? The most widely celebrated reveal was that Lily Winters herself joined Kane for this special story time. The mere sight of Kane and Lily together again instantly reignited feelings of their epic love story, a saga that spanned years and cemented them as one of Y&R's most iconic couples. Their shared history is rich with passion, heartbreak, betrayal, forgiveness, and resilience. Seeing them side by side again, sharing a quiet yet powerful moment, felt like a love letter to fans who had followed them since the beginning. Their reunion during story time not only tugged at heartstrings but also hinted at unresolved feelings between them. Could this mean Y&R is setting up a long-awaited romantic reunion, or was this simply a nostalgic nod to their past? Either way, fans couldn't get enough, flooding social media with demands for the show to explore their story further. But the twist doesn't end there. The decision to bring back Lily as Kane's guest also carried deeper layers. Lily has moved on in her own life, navigating new relationships, personal struggles, and career paths, yet her connection to Kane has never truly been severed. Their shared history, particularly as co-parents, binds them forever. By placing them together in such an intimate and emotional setting, Y&R reignited a spark that many believed had long been extinguished. Fans immediately began speculating whether this was the first step toward a slow-burn reconciliation, especially as the show has recently leaned into stories about love, forgiveness, and second chances. While Lily's appearance stole the spotlight, other theories still swirl around the storytime twist. Some fans believe that the special guest might not always be the same person and that the show could use the segment as a vehicle for reintroducing multiple fan favorites. Imagine Amanda Sinclair stepping in for a future story time, bringing with her the weight of Hillary's legacy and her unique bond with Lily, Kane, and Devon. Or picture Jill Abbott joining her former son-in-law, offering sage wisdom laced with her trademark drama. Even the possibility of Colin Atkinson making a shocking appearance has fans buzzing, though more in anticipation of chaos than comfort. Each potential guest offers a different flavor of storytelling, ensuring that storytime remains unpredictable and must-watch television. What makes this twist so powerful is how it blends sentimentality with strategy. By reviving a familiar and beloved tradition, Y&R tapped into viewers' nostalgia, reminding them of why they fell in love with these characters in the first place. At the same time, the introduction of a special guest adds layers of intrigue, ensuring that this isn't just a throwback but a forward-moving storyline with real stakes. Kane's presence on the canvas again suggests that the writers are positioning him for more significant involvement in the drama of Genoa City. The storytime twist might just be the beginning of his reintegration, with the guest appearances serving as a bridge between past relationships and future storylines. The fan reaction has been overwhelming. On Twitter, hashtags like #Kane and Lily, #Y&R Storytime, and #Shock Reunion trended within hours of the reveal. Fans shared clips, posted emotional reactions, and wrote lengthy threads about what this could mean for the future. Some declared it the most emotional Y&R moment in years, while others speculated wildly about where the storyline could lead. On Instagram, fan edits of Kane and Lily flooded timelines, while Facebook groups dedicated to Y&R debated whether this was the start of a reunion arc or just a clever nod to the past. What's clear is that this moment has captured the imagination of fans in a way that few storylines have recently, sparking renewed interest in the show at a crucial time. The return of storytime also highlights the importance of legacy in soap storytelling. Kane Ashby may have been absent for years, but his presence still looms large in the hearts of fans. By tying him back into the show through a beloved segment and pairing him with a fan-favorite guest, Y&R has reminded viewers that no character is ever truly gone. Every relationship, every story, and every emotional beat matters, and they can always be revisited in fresh and exciting ways. This is the essence of soaps, weaving the past into the present to create a future filled with drama, romance, and emotional payoffs. Looking ahead, the possibilities are endless. If Lily continues to appear with Kane, fans may witness the rekindling of one of soap opera's greatest romances. If Amanda or Jill takes the stage next, the show could explore new dynamics and reignite old rivalries. And if Colin resurfaces, chaos and intrigue would surely follow. Whatever direction the writers choose, one thing is certain: storytime is no longer just a segment, it's a storytelling device with the power to reshape the Y&R canvas. In the end, the unexpected twist of Kane Ashby's special guest has done exactly what it was meant to do. It has left fans begging for more. The reunion was heartfelt, shocking, and deeply satisfying, but it was also a tantalizing tease of what could come next. Whether this marks the beginning of a larger arc for Kane, a new chapter for Lily, or a broader revival of fan-favorite characters, one thing is clear: the young and the restless has tapped into something special, and fans will be tuning in eagerly to see where storytime goes from here.